Hello, it's Anett here. I'm so happy to continue with Pinkfresh Studio for the next term, and here I am with a new layout process video for you. This time I created a mixed media layout using the Celebrate collection. I was inspired by the paper with the big painted flower wreath on it, so I fussy cut the whole wreath, but I didn't want to use it in a circle form, so I cut it in half. I also fussy cut more flowers from the pink grey paper. I'm using a white cardstock as my background. My idea was to create a mixed media background with a lot of water and a lot of watercolor, so I prepped the cardstock with clear gesso. But as soon as it was dry, I had another idea, and I decided to make some ink blending under the wreath. First, I'm using the color Sparkling Rose and a big blending brush, as it covers bigger areas at once. The second color I'm using is Passion Fruit. These are all ink cubes from the Pinkfresh Studio Premium ink cube set. I'm choosing colors that are similar to the ones in the flower wreath. The next is Berylicious, as I needed some red too. And at least some yellow with a sweet mustard for some added freshness. I also blended a bit on the edges of the background. It gives me the feel of a finished background if I have it there. After blending, I added some splatters with the liquid watercolors. Remember that my background is gessoed, and it is really easy to remove splatters that are too big or too dark, or I don't like the placement of them. This gessoing is really not important when you are only ink blending on the background, but my original plans were to watercolor on it, and this is why I did it. I layered my photo on some cardstock and I distressed the edges a bit. On the photo you can see my sister and my daughter. These two are so similar to each other, both artist souls. My sister is a graphic designer and my daughter loves the stage. You see me bending up the edges, the petals, for more dimension on the page. I think this way it looks more organic and full of life. I am tacking pieces of fussy cut flowers and leaves along the wreath to make it more fluffy and full. I don't glue the whole fussy cut element completely down. I just glue the stem and I bend up the parts that are peeking out. I just love this part of the process. Layering is so much fun. I want to add even more detail and texture, so I use a little stem from the oval foliage wreath and stamp set, and I stamp with it here and there, and I also add another stem from the lovely blossom stamp set. This is actually a bunch of little flowers, and I stamp with it here and there. Then I thought I should try to add some real mixed media elements, like these tiny beads in white and black. I squeezed some liquid glue in some places and I put these beads in the glue. The glue dries clear and these little beads add even more texture. Somehow I did not want to stop. I enjoyed the process so very much, so I thought I will add more mediums to the page. Let's see what happens. So I stamped with those little flowers and I heat embossed it with gold embossing powder. I had to make it one by one, but I love the added sparkle. It is so beautiful when light hits it. At this point, I felt that nothing can stop me, and I went even further. I applied Nuvo Glacier paste on the background here and there, and I added also on some petals and on the leaves, just with a little flat brush. This added a shiny sparkle that you can only see if the light hits it from an angle, but it is so beautiful. I had to force myself to stop adding more and more. I will show you this shiny surface when I hold my layout close to the camera. I added some gold splatter and a small comment, and I think the layout is ready. I hope you like it. It is a bit different than I usually do, but you know, I just love trying new techniques and different styles. Well, it is a lot of bling and sparkle, but my excuse is that this photo was taken on Christmas Eve last year, so I think it is appropriate. Please feel free to ask me anything in the comments below. You can find all used materials also there. Also hit the bell button if you don't want to miss any of my new videos. See you soon, lovelies. Bye bye.